you were to tell us, especially halfway through that second game against Saskatchewan, that we'd be 3-1, yeah, we definitely take it. And tonight we just tried to make sure we dialed in draw weight and even just weight control in general. It seemed to be a little tricky for us early. I think that's a bit of rust. So I think we did a good job of that tonight. Going forward, we'll hope to be a little more precise on our shots. Want to go? Or you want me to go for it? You know what? For us going in tonight, we actually really wanted to focus on nailing down our weight. So if we throw hack, it's hack. If we, we don't throw hack and we throw board weight, right? So that was one thing we really wanted to focus and put emphasis on tonight, and a little more even some technical stuff too. In the first few games, we've been a little hit and miss at times, and we wanted to try and even just dial that in more. And yeah, I mean, I know the game was obviously lopsided, but we don't, we don't treat it any different. We wanted to make sure there was a purpose for us out there, and for them, I'm sure they don't, like getting, that lopsided loss, but for them too, they got to try and get better and get their weights down, and they still have, whatever 4 or 5 more games to go too as well.
Relaxation. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a couple ice baths because my body's feeling it. Because I haven't played a game in 365 days. So yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit. And yeah, I'm just excited to put my feet up and get some therapy done on the body to get ready for the rest of the week.
Yeah, we're lucky that we have a COVID test tomorrow, and we get to have a practice because we have a day off. So we'll again use that to try to improve and tighten some screws. But poor Matty's been taking the brunt of the sweeping with Fry's got a bit of a bum shoulder, and so he's been taking in a lot of extra sweeping out there. So he's a workhorse.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's nothing gets you ready. You can go to the gym as much as you want, but then getting out there and actually sweeping a stone down the sheet, you're using your whole body or moving your feet and trying to stay up and trying to put as much weight on that broom as you can. So yeah, there's nothing that can really get you ready for it. So best thing to do is get sweep. So I'm getting used to it.
I'm really happy with our attitude so far. We've been really positive, staying very Lodi St. George on the ice. Trying to be happy all the time, trying to not get rattled. Like, I mean, we took a nice 4 in the third end and gave up a brain dead 3 coming home. And we went, oh, what can you do? We're going to do that sometimes. And just moved on from there and bounced back. So I like the attitude. I like the way we're playing. We're throwing good shots. I mean, it's just really staying positive, trying to keep making shots. I find that works better for us than when we get negative and start yelling at each other. So we're trying not to do that.
C'est beaucoup d'expérience que Martin amène avec nous autres. Du calme aussi. C'est beau l'expérience, son calme, son point de vue, ça nous rend une équipe encore plus dangereuse, je pense. C'est un excellent coéquipier et s'il continue à jouer comme ça avec nous autres, je pense qu'il peut nous amener à un autre niveau.
Oui, pas mal. Honnêtement, ça fait deux parties qu'on joue que on réussit à mettre les pierres vraiment où est-ce qu'on veut. C'est ça qui est le plus difficile, je pense, à la trouver après avoir. C'est ça qu'on voit des autres équipes aussi. C'est juste jouer avec un niveau de précision d'habitude, c'est ça qui est le plus difficile. Fait que on semble avoir fait ça quand même raisonnablement bien nos 2 dernières parties.
Yeah, definitely a strong start for us tonight. We made a lot of shots in the first few ends and made a few good ones to put them in a tough position. As the game went on, I think our level of play decreased for a couple ends. A couple paths caught us off guard, and we almost paid for it a couple ends, but thankfully Paul made a couple big ones to get us out of some trouble, and we were able to secure the win. Greg is a great shooter, great guy, has a lot of enthusiasm for the game, and he's here to compete. You can tell how much he loves curling, and some of the shots he made out there were outstanding. Anything from the draw, that around the horn shot was amazing, and really gave them a lot of momentum. They were down quite a bit, and by making that shot, he kept them in the game. So yeah, played well.
Yeah, well, I mean, every game's tough no matter what team you're playing. So we have a good experienced team. We've all been here. We've been in those tough games, and we're gonna lean on that to try to get us through the next few games in the pool play. And having Scott is amazing. He's such a positive guy, and it's really been a fun few games so far, and look forward to the future games with Scott and his shot making ability and the way he calls the game. It's been great. So
were you aware of this this Nova Scotia display going up, or was that a complete surprise to you?
I had no idea. I've been talking to her every day. We FaceTime throughout the week, and when I stepped off the ice today, I had more notifications than I usually do. And I saw the picture of her sitting in the living room with her shirt that she had made and the display that she has in the front window. We recently moved to a new neighborhood, so I think we're going to be well known after the display in the front window. But you know what? Laura's really supportive. She cares about me a lot, and I care about her a lot. So, you know what? She's an amazing person, and it doesn't surprise me in the least that she went to those lengths to show her support.
That's very cool. So as I said,
I would like to just take that moment to say thanks to all of our lovely wives at home. And we wouldn't be here without their support. So thank you very much. And in Nova Scotia, we have the 2-week quarantine when we get home. So I'm going straight to the basement. So
that's where the guitars are, right?
Yeah, that's right. I got the drums, the guitars, the pianos. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks.
Noisy week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have a draw off tomorrow morning, so that everything's pushed back a few hours and we get to enjoy this win and debrief and recharge the batteries a bit. I know the boys are hurting a little bit being on the ice for the first time in a competitive setting in a while. So that extra time off is going to be great. But tomorrow night's a big game for us, and we know that Quebec's a great team. Mike calls a great game, and he has a really skilled team in front of him. And we know we're gonna have to play really well. And certainly we do appreciate the implications of that game. In order to get into the championship pool, we're probably gonna have to be 5-3. So all the games from here on out are really important. Ideally, we don't want to drop another one, and we're gonna have to continue to be playing well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about pressure. It's just fun to play a game like that against Brad. I mean, we've had so many close games against him over the years, and he's obviously one of the favorites. But you know, every win here is huge, and if you can knock off the favorites, you know, that puts us kind of a game and a half ahead of them if we're ever tied up at the end. So great win for the guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we did have a close game against Newfoundland, and it's probably good for us to have some close games early in the week because, you know, as this event goes, I think the teams are gonna start to play better. I mean, as much as all the good teams think they should make every shot, it's obvious that there's some, you know, sloppy throws from everybody out here, but it'll get better as it goes, and it's always fun to play Brad. We seem to have so many tight games against them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a great game for us. You know, got the juices flowing kind of right from the get-go. I thought we were super engaged. I don't think our team as a whole has been that engaged from start to finish. You know, I think we were communicating really, really well. I think we got a handle on the ice and the rocks really, really early. So there was no questioning any of that throughout the game, which is always huge. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely a signature type game for us, I think, and it's good to have it here early.
I mean, I think we learned that if we're in a tight game against a good team, that we can kind of pull it out at the end, make the shots that we need to, right? Which is always a good feeling to do that. Sorry, I forgot the rest of your question.
Do you expect to see Brad again, I guess is the question.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a safe bet. I mean, they're the defending champs for a reason. Obviously, won lots of them before, and you know, like I said, they'll only get better. Both teams had a lot of good shots and a few sloppy shots, but it was a pretty well played game, and they'll be around for sure. And you know, if we're playing them again, that means we're in there as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're a great team and we're a great team. And when, you know, we're both teams are playing pretty good, it's an entertaining affair, right? Like, this is why we play the sport, to have these types of games on this type of stage. So, I mean, you got a lot of great players out there that know how to play under pressure, and it's the result of that is great games, exciting, and they usually go down to the wire.
Appreciate it.